Hello everyone and welcome. Hey guys, welcome to this month's reading with me. Pisces, this is your May 2017 reading. A slightly different format this month, a little bit of shuffling to begin with, then cutting the deck and picking one of the 3 cuts to do the reading from. So Pisceans, let's see what's in store for you guys. Couple more shuffles and then we're on our way. Okay. Cut the deck, and I'm going to take from this top one here, put these aside. Let's see what's the first card in store for you guys. The Two of Swords. Guys, Two of Swords or any 2 card is often about balance and thinking and contemplating decisions or options coming your way. This one here with the reference of the moon in the background can sometimes be saying to us there could be decisions or a pathway forward around about that time coming. Now it looks as though there are definitely the possibility of 2 options and you feel a bit stalled around this. So it could be to do with sometimes career choices here when the swords turn up, or possibly even just a pathway split, like thinking, do I go left or do I go right? Take the high road or the left road. Now she has a blindfold on, so she is using her intellectual ability to help make these decisions. So perhaps you need to reconnect at the mind level and have that more controlling this decision than perhaps your emotions might be. I think that if you take the time to make a list, even you put a list down for reasons A being good and a list down for reasons B being good, when you write that list down on a paper, you often see that one of them is a better viable choice than the other. So that could be something that's on your mind as we roll into May, choices and options and directions. We get the 3 of Swords next. So 2 swords in a row and your swords are going up in numbering. So 2 then 3. Now that's an interesting conundrum. It almost feels as though that that choice that you were making before might be, you have on your mind that it's going to possibly lead to sorrow or losing something, if whichever choice you make. So there could have been 3 people involved here or 3 options as well. That's another possibility. So I think when we always understand when a choice is around, we obviously have to give one of them up. So making choices can be hard, and sometimes we leave ourselves in a position where we do nothing about it. And that's actually more stressful than making the choice and making the decision and heading on the road in a certain direction. Some of you, this could be around relationship areas then, because the 3 of Swords is often known to infer relationship activity and feeling as though there is a bit of sorrow around that. It doesn't have to mean the ending of relationships. It can be that you choose to use communication to resolve issues within relationships. So don't think that when you see the 3 of Swords it's an immediate ending of sorts. It just implies that there is work to be done to bring a relationship back into a harmony place, or there is a choice to be made about leaving a relationship and moving on into the future. Now I have also thought that sometimes this card can literally mean minor operations, and it can also mean things to do with the heart as well. So some of you may be going through a minor operation, or you may even be selectively pondering, do I or don't I? And some of you may have issues around the heart that you need to have looked into or cleared up. So remember, healthy heart health. Plenty of options for that about diet, vitamins, minerals, exercise. In particular, very good for reducing cholesterol levels, the oils like the flaxseed oils, fish seed oil, or fish oils for those of you who take it. Lecithin is very good as well, and also things like vitamin E are particularly good for heart health. So there's plenty of options there to stimulate the heart. The third card in is the Four of Pentacles. So money and career, you know, this Three of Hearts could very well have been around relationships that involved workplaces one way or another, as well as personal. So the Four of Pentacles talks to us about the fact that you might feel as though your money could be a little bit, you know, you're clinging on to it, like holding on. But if you look a little bit closer, you're not that badly off with your money. You've got quite a good understanding of where it is and what it's doing and how it's behaving. So sometimes there's unneeded anxiety around your money at this time. It feels as though it is safe. The universe is sort of saying to you guys, just be, you know, keep going the way you are, do the things you're doing, and don't be so worried about monetary issues. Things are okay for you. Also, this card can turn up when there's a possibility of an interview, and sometimes an interview that leads us to the possibility of moving from where we are, or a job that has far-reaching destinations. So for some of you, this might be a job that has travel in it one way or another, or you could even be moving to go to a potential new job, or even within your own job, there might be something comes up that a boss suddenly turns around and says, oh, we need you to do cover off a new area, and you'll be travelling in that realm. That's a possibility with this card. Also, I have found sometimes a slight gifting of money from someone who holds the money, who still holds the reins over it. So if there is any money that might be loaned to you or gifted to you, it's usually has a condition that comes with it. But overall, it's a positive card about money. Oh wow, nice guys. Now you've got the Six of Pentacles. So you see the card beforehand, which we talked about a little bit about you thinking about your finance. This card also follows on. It's also the feeling of there's a possibility that some of you are going, oh, you know, I haven't quite got what I need, or I need more for a certain thing. Such as I want to purchase a new car or an overseas trip, or I'd like to buy a home and I'm not quite there. Well, there's this feeling in this reading that there is support there for you if that is the position you're in, that there is someone possibly who is able to loan you something. Now, it could be a personal friend or a family member, but it could also be a loan institution. So for some of you, if you're applying for mortgages or similar, or you know, an upgrade on your Visa card or something, then this is likely to go ahead at this point. The other perspective of this card is it's a cyclical card of giving and receiving. And when this card turns up in a reading, I find it very, very beneficial. It tells us that the whole life cycle of life's ebbs and flows is moving for you. And when that happens, things don't stall as much. So whether you are giving or receiving is still a magnificent situation to be in. If you are lucky enough to be in the situation of giving, that is also a wonderful place to be able to offer support or values or money or something to someone else in need. And it's all about the balance of life and the harmony, that the balance, when things are in cycles of balance, that they perpetuate this wonderful movement. So it's a perfect card to have. It helps you to perhaps feel less worry about finances or income just at this point in time. And whether you are the receiver or the giver, both of those are wonderful places to be, because the next time round you'll also be in the other position. So let's see what the next card is. The Empress. She's a beauty. You know, she talks about happiness, harmony, feeling content and satisfied, love, nurture in particular. So there's lots of nurturing feeling coming within this reading as well, and the possibility of either having people around you who are supportive and can nurture you, or you being that one. The Empress often talks about the feeling of harvest type energies and that fruitfulness and success of endeavours. There's this moon down the bottom, which can be talking to us about the new moon in May, or the ecliptical moons back from February, when events were starting to set themselves into motion for the tone of the next few months coming ahead. So this could indicate projects that are coming to a fruition in some form of success, or it could represent your own health. It could represent health taking a turn for the better as well, because she's a particularly powerful form of good health and connection to Earth and Earth's magnetic energies and the health of Earth as well. So for some of you who might have been on a negative health cycle, this could be an ecliptical moment for you where you take a corner and you turn something over, whether it's your own personal choice of making the turns or whether it's a universal time slot like cycles of life, that you are now moving into a healthier, more powerful and potent and fertile period of life. So that's a really positive card as well. She can also indicate new romances and fertility at the conception level for some of you. More about the money again. So this time we see the Eight of Pentacles, and he there is labouring away with his hands. And again he has this sign that his finances have come along quite nicely. He has used his ability both in his career sector or his knowledge one way or another to become very competent in the arena of his career, or the way he's learning his career, and how he manages and deals with his finances. Often finances are gleaned from our areas of career. Some people it's not. Some people have a different way of having money in their lives, and especially as we move into an older phase of life when we're not working, some of that money might have been money that we have had over the years and we have been nest egging it. Some people might be lucky enough to be have handed some money in their life as well. But whatever the outcome is, money for you for May, as I said earlier, looks quite comfortable. It feels as though you are doing fairly well with the decisions that you make around your money, and that you are, some of you, in the position of receiving as well as giving. And here we definitely just talk about stableness. Keep going, you're doing the right things, your hard work is paying dividends in all areas of your financial sector. The Queen of Pentacles. So again, more money coming in for you. Now sometimes this Queen is in reference to finances. She obviously holds dominion over them there. So she could be someone associated with your money one way or another. She might be someone who holds the purse strings, whether or not that makes her an employer who is handing out your wages, or this bank loan type manager who decides whether or not that you are going to be receiving the money or the loan that you're requesting. She could be this family member that has possibly got something to offer, either in the way of advice about your money or a potential loan or support, something like that. She's also an earth sign person, and for some of you that could be a new person walking into your life who could be a potential romantic mate or a potential new friend. She's a very sound giver of advice. She's very logical. She has quite an in-depth understanding of the financial sector, of monetary cycles. I use that word cycles a lot in this reading. So she could be very handy and beneficial for a very lot of logical reasons as well. The Hanged Man, another major arcana card. Now when the Hanged Man turns up, it often indicates a period where things will come to a bit of a stalling. So if we're associating the fact that he might be associated with her, and she might have been associated with some sort of proposition to do with your money, there could be a stall around it one way or another as well. These stalls are usually temporary, and they allow you to think about choices again, which was your very first card. This card is often known as the T intersection in life. You get to the T and you're thinking, do I go left, do I go right? So you've had two messages of that in the month of May. You definitely have some sort of decisions that you're contemplating, and they could be around this potential business or relationship realm. It'll be different for each of you, and you will know personally where this potential sits. The other thing with the Hanged Man is because it is a major arcana, it can often represent big changes in the decisions that you make. So think carefully, which is what you were doing at the beginning of the month, because this change or thought pattern or whatever it is that you're making about the direction you're taking could be quite significant for you guys. So don't be afraid to look into all of the avenues and all of the prospective options to make sure that you're feeling comfortable with the choice you make. Use some intuition as well as your intellect about which you think might be the right way, and do as much research as you can. Another thing about this card, in some of the other decks there's an illuminated area around the head. So I often think of possible neck and head like soreness or stiffness, so headaches, or a neck bone that's out. So some of you may need manipulation, like going to an osteopath or some sort of person who can manipulate things to ease tension in that part of the body. The next card, another 2, so there's your message again. You're getting lovely clarification on some of these points and reiteration of them. So again, the 2 is about balance and contemplation. And he's definitely the 2 of Wands, contemplating the future and sometimes around his career perspectives or his creative source. Now Pisces, you are one of the most creative bunch of people I know in the whole zodiac. I have many Piscean friends and I get on very well with them. What I love most about them is their ability to just create stuff out of nothing. It's like, it's magic to me. So some of you are contemplating this creative force of yours and where you want to take it in the future. So there is a feeling tied up here of career, definitely for the month, and you're pondering upon where it is you're going to go. Remember again to think of balance, think of all your options. Don't look down a vision that is limited. Broaden your horizon and broaden your vision. And there's the Death card, unsurprisingly, because it's about new beginnings. So there have been enough ideas in here that you are at a crossroads, you are pondering which way to go, and then we're getting this momentum towards making the change and allowing the old things to drop off that haven't been serving you or aren't being positive for you. They could have been creating a bit of pain, and we saw that with the 3 of Swords. So they could have been creating emotional pain or even physical stress. So something has to be rearranged and dropped off for you. And when the Death card comes in, it's the perfect opportunity to grab hold of the newness in your life and open those new doors. This can be quite, as I said before, when that Hangman turned up, quite a significant change, because again we're dealing with the major arcana cards. I seem to have felt this with nearly everyone in the month of May, that there is big changes around. I'm not sure why, but it must perhaps tie up with planetary configurations, as well as just the eclipses that have been in line in February as well, promoting change from within. Oh, nice. That's nice, guys. So after the Death card, where you're ready for this change, what pops up? The Ace of Pentacles. And what have we been talking about so much in here? The money cycle in your life and the fundamental manifestation in the physical realm. This is your homes, your finances, your careers, your jobs, how you earn your money. So here's the proposition coming to you yet again, you know, of this potential offer of something. This could be an increase in a job, so like a pay rise, or it could be an offer of a new position within a company. So you, instead of doing the job you used to do, you're promoted. It could be a new job coming. There could be a windfall for some of you. There could be a loan coming in that you've been waiting on. There could be a small winnings one way or another. But it's a very beneficial, benevolent, positive card. So yay, yippee, roll on that one. Oh wow, another one of my favourites, the Fool. I mean, this is the new beginnings after the Death. Zero is the Fool. It's all about yourself in particular. So it seems this is a month where you're very involved in what you are going to make this outcome. So You have the opportunities if you take enough time to sit down and think it through. There's definitely a lot about balancing your decisions and your outcome and thinking them through clear, because you definitely have more than one choice in this month of May. And as you move through it and perhaps get a little bit more clarity, you seem to gain this quite determined strength to go in a certain direction. So the Fool is all about your inner needs and understanding that this is a time where you must put yourself first and feel that connection in your heart, mind and soul on what is the thing that you cherish and you desire the most, and go for it. The Fool can again be any new direction, so it could be career, friendships, relationships, places to live, choices of belief system, how you interact with life yourself, how you treat yourself. It's all about being true to you is the onus, I guess, of the Fool card. So I love the Fool card. It's powerful because it's dealing with yourself and it's serving yourself. Oh, beautiful. Another 2, guys. Couldn't get this message any more clear to you. So the 2 of Cups has always been a very revered one to get. It's about love and honour and trust and respect and intimacy and really feeling a bond between another person, knowing that that person has your back. I think this is a saying that's going to become quite popular. You've got my back. It means you can trust them totally. So this is a relationship that could already be around and it's being reinvigorated, like reconnected again. Or this could be a new relationship coming, and oftentimes this is considered the soulmate synergy. So it will be a special relationship that really connects very deeply. For some of you, there's a potential here of it even going further and having the twin flame synergy or the activation of the twin flame energy. So this is potential new romance or the healing of and re-flaming of a relationship that already exists. It very often is a romantic relationship, but it doesn't have to be limited to that. It can also be a relationship where it's a close friendship bond or even a close family tie bond. But whatever it is, it's a spectacular card with the most beautiful high vibrational energies. Really nice. Then you've got the Judgment card again, you know, similar to the Death and even the Hanged Man. These are the cards that tell you to listen to your feelings, to listen to the messages that are being sent to you from the universe. This is about change again. It's about leaving something behind that didn't suit you, and it's about moving on. You'll hear it subliminally, you'll hear it through synchronistic messages, you'll hear it in your dreams. You'll connect with it at the very intuitive gut instinct level. It'll be like an uncanny knowing of what's right and what's wrong for you, and who is right and who is wrong, and who you should trust and who you shouldn't. It's also because you hear these messages from the universe, from your angels, from your spirit guides, from your supporters and your helpers. So I love the Judgment card. Some people fear it, but it just generally means, again, you are changing a belief system or something in your life that wasn't actually taking you in the right direction. So powerful card. Also, some of you, there might be something in your ears that is a bit of a problematic thing. Either that, you know, you can get high-pitched hearing, like a buzz in your ears, or your ears might be sore or tender. That might need looking into. Oh my God, I'll stop at the Ace of Rods because that's a wonderful card to finish with. You've done so well. 2 aces, that lovely 2 of Cups, plenty of love around. So the Ace of Rods again is just about more new beginnings coming your way. So you have so much potential for this month coming, and this again is in the creative or the career sector. It is up in the clouds, so there's a degree of it being formatted at the moment as if it's not quite finished. It's coming to you, it's being formed systematically. It could be a creative idea that you're having that's coming together. So this might be part of the choices you've been making. But as you move through and gain clarity, put yourself into it and really put your thinking cap on, make the right choices, you'll move forward to see all these wonderful new options and choices and beginnings and positivity as you move through this month. Guys, you've got yourself a really, really lovely reading. Let's put those away and move on to the final card, which is a numerology card. Oh, whoops. I just dropped them there, I'm sorry. We will shuffle them and we will pick from the 5th one down because we're in the 5th month. So let's see what's for Pisces. $37, time out. And so interestingly enough, the message that came through with the Hanged Man, and also, you know, if we think about it, the Death card, they're all saying time out. So they're reiterating that message to you too. There's something about making these decisions and moving away from something and then stepping aside and giving yourself a little bit of time out. And the Hanged Man does that. He allows for things to slow down, and he sometimes puts blocks in the way so that you're literally left going, wow, I really wanted the answer right now. And you have to wait. And there's a reason for that. We all have to have time out, and all things have to be moved accordingly at the correct pace, not by our desire, but by the overall universal flow energy. So the 37, of course, adds up to 10, and 10 is a 1 number, and 1 is all about new beginnings. So let me read from the book the last few messages here for you. You can also contemplate the use of the colours. The yellow is the solar plexus chakra, so strengthening that part of your body. And of course the beautiful amethyst purpley colour is the spiritual zone and up through the 3rd eye. It's a very peaceful colour and allows the feeling of peace and meditation to be evoked. This indicates a need to take time out from your busy schedule and the hustle and bustle of life. Perhaps you've been working too hard or have a lot going on. Maybe you've been tired, irritable or anxious and just feeling a bit unwell. If you've been under any stress of any kind or have been spending time in a negative or toxic environment, you must remove yourself from the situation to heal and recharge. This is the perfect time to take a vacation. Even a day or 2 away will revitalise and recharge your soul. You don't necessarily have to leave your home. You could laze around the house and unplug your computer and phone. Having an energy healing, massage or facial, soaking in a hot bath, taking a walk in nature, watching a movie or reading a good book are perfect ways to unwind, centre yourself and feel a sense of renewal. And yes, renewal is a new beginning. So really nice reading, Pisces. Plenty in there for you to think about. Lots of action. It's the same as nearly everyone else. There's plenty going on, but I think lots of opportunity in this month of May for so much to happen and to move forward with. Thanks for listening, guys, and thanks for subbing the channel. It appears that if you don't sub, a lot of people are missing the uploads, and that's a real shame because these are really beneficial for you to listen to each month. They're like your energy boost. They'll give you a real boost of energy as you're watching them and taking on board the messages. So have a wonderful month ahead in May. Have a great time, guys, and take some time out as well and just look after yourself. Much love.